Imagine this. You're watching the situation unfold as the United States carries out over 800 airstrikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. But then something happens that changes everything. The Houthis aren't just sitting back. They shoot down 7 American MQ-9 Reaper drones. Now the U.S. has a clear mission: retaliation. In this video, you'll see how the Americans responded to the attacks, what forces they mobilized, which aircraft and missiles they used, and how this operation turned into a real test for every military technology involved. You'll find out what went down, why not everything went according to plan, and how the U.S. ultimately showed its full military strength. Let's dive in. Picture this. It's early March 2025. The United States launches a massive operation against the Houthis in Yemen. In just a few weeks, over 800 airstrikes are carried out. But this wasn't just random bombing, it was Operation Rough Rider, a precision campaign aimed at eliminating every threat to maritime security in the Red Sea. And here's where it gets real. Think of the sheer power and cutting-edge technology packed into each of those strikes. The U.S. deployed its most advanced aircraft. First up, the F-16 Fighting Falcon, a true aerial predator capable of reaching Mach 2 speeds and striking distant targets with deadly accuracy. Then came the F/A-18 Super Hornets, fast, versatile multi-role fighters that not only dominate the skies, but also deliver precision ground attacks armed with JDAMs, high-precision guided bombs, capable of hitting even the most fortified targets with accuracy down to just a few feet. And of course, there's the B-2 Spirit, the legendary stealth bomber, a ghost in the sky that slips past even the most modern radar systems, giving the enemy no chance to react. These aircraft work together to obliterate enemy command centers, weapon stockpiles, and missile launch sites, securing control over key points in the region. Why does it matter? Because these strikes allowed the U.S. to seize the initiative and send a clear message: America owns the Red Sea battlefield.
Stealth aircraft, it's designed to basically kick down the door to open up that entryway for other aircraft.
But the Houthis weren't about to just sit back and take it. They struck with a blow that shook even the Pentagon. 7 American MQ-9 Reaper drones destroyed. And these aren't just any drones, they're high-tech hunters, each worth around $10 million, equipped with radar systems, infrared sensors, high-resolution optics, and capable of carrying up to 3,750 pounds of weapons. In the sky, they are America's eyes and ears, silently circling at altitudes of up to 50,000 feet, staying above most air defense systems, streaming real-time battlefield intelligence, guiding strikes, and when needed, launching Hellfire missiles themselves. But this time, the Houthis flipped the script. According to unconfirmed reports, they used mobile surface-to-air missile systems, upgraded radar tech, and even Iranian electronic warfare systems that temporarily jammed the Reapers, making them vulnerable. This wasn't just a hit on hardware, it was a direct blow to the very concept of American airborne intelligence. And now that the stakes had changed, how would the U.S. respond? It was clear. After losing 7 Reapers, the U.S. had had enough. This was no longer just a standoff, it got personal. The Pentagon activated a retaliation plan, relaunching the operation with renewed force and scale. That's when the heavy hitters of American aviation took the stage. From the deck of the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, F/A-18 Super Hornets roared into the sky, 4.5 generation supersonic multi-role fighters capable of reaching speeds up to 1,180 miles per hour, equipped with at-FLIR targeting systems and a broad weapons loadout, including AGM-88 HARM missiles and JDAM precision-guided bombs. Supporting them were the EA-18G Growlers, electronic warfare specialists built on the Hornet airframe but outfitted with ALQ-218 and ALQ-99 systems, allowing them to detect, jam, or completely disable enemy radar, creating a blanket of electronic blindness. But the real nightmare in the sky came in the form of the B-2 Spirit, stealth strategic bombers with a combat radius of over 6,800 miles without refueling, capable of carrying up to 40,000 pounds of ordnance, including GBU-57 bunker busters designed to obliterate deeply buried targets. Thanks to their flying wing design and radar-absorbing coating, the B-2 vanishes from even the most advanced radar screens. These bombers penetrated deep behind enemy lines, leaving no chance for retaliation. This wasn't just a strike, it was a show of technological dominance where every aircraft operated as part of a surgically precise combat system. The U.S. wasn't just bombing targets, it was dismantling the enemy's confidence in their own defenses.
The shape of the B-2 is basically designed so that it minimizes the amount of radar that can be returned to the original source.
When the B-2 Spirit took to the skies, it was the calm before the storm. This bomber, a flying wing wrapped in stealth technology, absorbs radar waves and distorts its heat signature, making it invisible to most air defense systems. Its radar cross-section is smaller than a metal marble, and its tailless design allows it to glide through the air like a shadow. Its top speed is around 630 miles per hour, with a combat radius of over 6,800 miles without refueling, and with aerial refueling, it can strike anywhere on the planet. Inside its weapons bay, it can carry up to 40,000 pounds of ordnance, including JDAMs, B-61 and B-83 nuclear bombs, and the GBU-57AB MOP, a massive 30,000-pound bunker-busting bomb specifically designed to punch through reinforced concrete fortifications.
The advantages to the wing design, to the flying wing design over a traditional aircraft is the replacement of that fuselage with more wing. So that creates a bigger surface area of wing, which translates into more lift.
In this mission, the B-2 Spirit was assigned an exceptionally difficult task to strike coordinates of deeply buried weapons depots and command centers protected by air defense systems that had previously shot down MQ-9 Reapers. The main challenge? The Houthis had activated Iranian-made air defense systems, including the third Khordad SAM platform and upgraded Falak radars, capable of detecting even low observable aircraft. In response, the U.S. launched a wave of electronic warfare using EA-18G Growlers, which blinded the enemy's radars and cleared the skies, allowing the B-2 to slip in undetected. Navigation was executed using ultra-precise INS GPS systems. To avoid detection, the B-2 flew at extremely low altitudes, maneuvering around pre-identified air defense zones. It was a flight where even the smallest error could cost not just the aircraft, but the success of the entire operation. But the crew delivered with surgical precision. Strikes hit an underground command center, FPV drone storage facilities, and warehouse zones holding ballistic missiles. The result? Complete destruction of the facilities that supported Houthi strike logistics against Red Sea shipping. Pentagon analysts acknowledged this was one of the most successful B-2 strikes in the past decade. But more importantly, it proved that even in a heavily defended airspace, technological superiority, precise planning, and silent power can guarantee victory. The operation also involved U.S. Navy aircraft carriers, most notably the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, which provided launch support for a variety of aircraft, including the EA-18G Growler. This joint force integration allowed the United States to carry out the mission with remarkable efficiency and overwhelming effectiveness. As a result of Operation Rough Rider, a significant portion of the Houthi infrastructure used to target shipping in the Red Sea was destroyed. All strikes were highly accurate thanks to the use of precision-guided missiles and aircraft capable of operating even in heavily contested airspace under intense enemy air defenses. However, the operation also revealed serious challenges, including the loss of drones and the difficulty of executing strikes under increased Houthi air defense activation. The mission of retaliation was far from simple, but through the deployment of strategic bombers, aircraft carriers, and electronic warfare tactics, the United States succeeded in achieving its objective, neutralizing key Houthi assets and significantly reducing their capacity for further attacks. This wasn't just payback, it was a clear demonstration of American strength and technological dominance in the region.